Manish, during one of our conversations, you
Yeah.
highlighted on the aspect of how to say no and where to say no,
Yeah.
which I think not only is applicable to the school life or the college life, but also to our professional lives. At times, we just don't know how to say no, especially someone who comes from a small city. They just don't know how to say no and where to say no. So, how to say no, Manish, and when to say no, where to say no?
Yeah, I mean, good question. I think, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And I think I also maintain that, the skill to say no is very underrated. Like, you have to learn how to say no, because if you try to say yes to everything, you end up doing a substandard work, and also you end up diluting yourself, right? I mean, the key to success is to pick the right things and say no to the others. So
Yeah.
one is, of course, developing that clarity in your mind as to what are the two or three needle moving outcomes that is important for you,
Mm.
and sort of, and by that logic, eliminating the other things, like almost like building a priority set in your mind, saying these are my top three priorities and everything else is below that, right? That's one, if you have clarity.
Mm.
Second is that it's not what you say, it's how you say. People mind a lot, right? I mean, so when you say no, I think you want to have a good conversation saying, okay, here is what is going on, here is how I'm thinking, and therefore based on this I would not like to do the following, right? And rather than putting it as an imposition, you involve the other person in that discussion, saying, given who I am and my background, I think these two things is what I would like to focus on, and not the remaining eight things, and have that conversation. The benefits of doing that is twofold. One is you involve the other person and make them a party in your decision making process.
Mm.
Second is you might also learn something that might change your perspective, and your choice set of your top two priorities might also change.